San Pancho.
Hatchling. When we do it in these boxes inside this building, we get 87% survival. When the nests are natural on the beach, it's 62% only, and that's because of parasites. Parasites destroy the nest on the beach, so we bring them in here. We can't have the a beach nursery anymore, or this on the beach, because hurricanes have wiped them out over and over again. And it destroys the eggs. So what we do is we bring them in and we put them in these boxes. And come on inside here and I'll show you.
Are these leatherback?
No, there's no more leatherbacks. All of our turtles are olive ridley. In Mexico they're called golfina.
Golfina, yes.
Yeah. And this is one of the boxes right here, and it is B65. This will be C65, and they're moved down, and then eventually wind up on the floor. And when they wind up on the floor, they're hatching. And this is the hatch date, 9/21. And this is how many per layer. There's 3 layers right in here, like this.
All right.
And this is how many per layer, 36, 36, 36. And the box is called a new box, right here. And this is the person that loaded it. This is the person that mixed the sand. And,
the sand.
Oh.
And we bring them in, but we gotta lower them down. We got to keep lowering them down. And
how do you know the date to lower them down? By looking at the dates, let you know?
Yeah.
All right.
They just go straight down. And the reason we have to lower them down is because the heat is so strong in the daytime that that it would cook the box, and it's too cold at the bottom of the nursery, and they wouldn't hatch. So we have to start out at the top, and slowly, as we go around, when we hit this area here, it will be D1. It'll be D1, and these will be moved down. They move down.
I was looking at a documentary. It said that when the sand gets a certain degree of how hot it gets, it determines the sex of the turtles.
Yeah, it determines male and female. If the temperature is above 39 degrees Fahrenheit, centigrade, they will be female. And if it's below 39, 29, they will be male. And if it's at exactly 29 on the 12th day of incubation, they could be either male or female.
Wow.
But we can tell if they hatch early, they're female. If they hatch late, then 45 days, they're male. And that's how we can tell.
So how would you know if they hatched right now?
Pardon?
How would you know if they hatched?
So the hatch date is on there, right here.
Like once they're ready to go back in the ocean.
Right here is the estimated hatch date. So we have to watch it right here. 9/13 is when this box here is supposed to hatch. This box here is September 1st.
All right.
But by the time it's hatching, it'll be on a pallet on the floor.
All right. Yeah, we went to Grand Cayman Islands. They have a sea turtle sanctuary. We went to Islas Mujeres. I think in Mexico they had something. I think that's it in regards. She loves sea turtles. We saw them in Hawaii. Fish swam with them.
Yeah, there's nurseries all over the world. The only reason there's nurseries is because of the poacher. If there was no poachers in Mexico, we wouldn't be doing this at all. We'd leave them naturally on the beach to hatch naturally. But the poachers in Mexico will grab every single nest and sell it. And we can't stop them. You know, we've tried. But with the Can-Am over there, this dune buggy, and the CRV vehicle, we're traveling the beach so fast, so often, that the poacher doesn't stand a chance to get the nest.
Man. So then when you do, you just put the styrofoam here, or you put it right here on the seat?
Well, this vehicle is only used to take used sand to the beach and new. Like today, we got to go out in the beach and fill all these buckets on the beach and bring them back and put them underneath the table here. And
So, these are a nest?
that it takes 2 buckets to fill a nest.
Yeah, it's just saying.
So
Yeah.
just about every day we're collecting sand.
Now on your website, I saw, can people make donations on the website?
Pardon?
This is a non-profit, right?
Yeah, we're actually a Mexican nonprofit civil association.
Okay.
And we have a constitution. We're listed with Semernac, Profepa, and SAT.
And if a person wanted to make a donation, they could do that online?
Yeah, you can go to our website, and there's a place called Contribute.
All right.
And you go to that, and you can contribute through PayPal.
What's the website again? Something.
I got it. I can
All right.
send it to you already.
What's the website again? I forgot.
Oh, okay.
I have
It's
it.
project hyphen Tortuga.
In Spanish, yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, see right there? Well, that doesn't... That's the name of the group.
When did you guys start?
In 1991. And we released 1,700,000 hatchlings since then.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
1991.
And we increased the population from 185 nests a year when we started up to 1,485 today.
So how many people work doing all the work?
Well, it takes about 35 volunteers a year, but we're having a lot of problems. We had the pandemic.
Yeah.
People were scared to come to Mexico, although it was safer than the U.S. And now we have hyperinflation. People don't have the money they used to have, so we're having a real problem getting volunteers.
Okay. And the season for the hatchings, is it July
the
to November?
season starts about July and goes through November.
Okay. So if a person did come and volunteer, they would just be like getting sand, driving?
They have to fill out a volunteer in the same website. There's a volunteer place. And you fill out an application. It's both in English or Spanish, and you fill it out. And then we contact you. And we want all our volunteers to live in one of these 4 apartments.
Okay.
You know, it's bad when they don't. They live someplace else. They just decide, I'm not going to show up tonight, and never say anything, and they leave us in a bind.
All right. Huh. Well, it's interesting. And you've been doing it from the beginning?
Yes.
So you're
I'm the director.
All
I've
right.
been doing it. I'm going to retire this year, and a volunteer is going, experienced volunteer is going to take over.
So what got you into it?
Pardon?
What got you into sea turtles? What got you into this?
Huh?
What got you into doing this work?
Oh, I come down here in 1991 to visit a friend that had moved down here, and she told me that all the turtles were being taken. They were either being killed for food, and 100% of the nests were being taken by people and dogs, and no hatchlings had ever come up. In fact, when we showed the kids, we started environmental classes, which had 140 kids back in 1963. We showed them hatchling. Nobody had ever seen a hatchling because there was no nest coming up, and it had been that way for 20 or 30 years. In other words, Sailita lost all of their turtles. All beaches up and down had lost all their nests. No more turtles were coming up because they ate the turtles, they took the nest, and we still had some. So we brought the population up.
Is education a problem of telling people about what's going on?
No, not really, because we had taught so many kids from age 6 to 16 for 5 years, for the first 5 years, that they're adults now, and they had children, and they're environmental savvy. We started out with the mothers teaching the kids about the environment, but it turned out that the mothers knew absolutely nothing about the environment. They didn't even know what the word preservation meant. So I had to hire a teacher from the University of Guadalajara, and he came here and taught the classes. And what he was teaching them was state-of-the-art. He taught them about everything, the riparian area, recycling, herbicides, pesticides, aquaticides. It taught them everything, erosion, overgrazing, you name it. And those kids learned some really, really important environmental things. And not only that, but we taught the adults. We had seminars for adults. And when we started, we were the only environmental group between Tepic and Puerto Vallarta. There was no other environmental groups. In fact, our first volunteer, his wife, first volunteer was from town. His wife was so embarrassed. She said, I can't hold my head up in town because my husband's gone crazy and he's saving turtles. 6 months later, she was going, my husband is saving turtles, you know.
All right.
You know, and we had a big fight with a poacher. We put one poacher in prison for a year. We put him in jail for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We fought with poachers real heavy. They were dangerous the first couple of years, and the police helped us a lot. And we scrambled their eggs really bad. And now they're extremely lucky if they can get 2% of the nest.
So where would they resell them?
What?
Where would they resell the turtles?
Oh, every grandma in town wants eggs.
Just for food?
For food,
That's
yeah.
it?
It makes the best cookies and pies and cakes. It's far better than chicken eggs, you know. And then in the beginning, the Spanish brought the custom that the egg was an aphrodisiac, you know. But there's a world organization that takes care of turtles, and they put out a poster with a beautiful woman in a bikini, and she's looking out at the poster and she's saying, my man doesn't need turtle eggs. And you know, we put those up everywhere, and the cantinas, they ripped them off the wall right away, but in the boutiques where women bought clothes and stuff, they stayed up, you know. But then Viagra come along and they said, hey, turtle eggs are nothing. They're trash. So that's helped us a lot.
Oh, man. Well, be sure to check out the website again and try to spread the word. But appreciate your time educating us on
Okay.
this.
Yeah, I got to get busy on the roof here. The wind blew the roof off last night, part of the roof off, and I got to repair it.
Oh, man.
All my other volunteers are sleeping because they worked all night.
All right.